Let me quickly compare and contrast 5 Amazon FBA tools. So we have InventoryLab, we have AccelerList, SellerBoard, ScanLister, and SellerLegend. Don't you go anywhere. You're going to love today's conversation. I guarantee it. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Studio Kiwi Show. How are you today? I hope you are doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous, if you were to ask me. If you are doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee or tea or vodka and let's roll. In today's conversation, I want to compare and contrast 5 Amazon tools, and we have InventoryLab, AccelerList, SellerBoard, ScanLister, and SellerLegend. Let's start with InventoryLab. So when you think about InventoryLab, I want you to think about a tool and only one tool, okay? And this tool helps you manage inventory automatically. That's the keyword here. So you have inventory management and accounting management. So you have all those two main processes into one software. And let's talk about the pros and cons. Pros, you have 30-day free trial. You're able to have a real-time product scouting. You have automated income tracking. Okay, and we love the granular income reports that you have from InventoryLab, and the software comes with built-in barcodes. You're able to track things. They have stellar customer support, and what we love is that they actually integrate very well with Scoutify and Repricer apps. Okay, so overall, this is a solid inventory software management tool. And the cons, it's not really the cheapest. They are kind of expensive. I mean, they're not really expensive, but you know that you can have cheaper options out there. And this software tool is not for large sellers. So when we think about InventoryLab, we're thinking about an amazing all-in-one comprehensive tool that helps you manage your stock automatically. Okay, so you can answer questions, basic questions. I'm talking about, how do I manage and track inventory? What about taxes and accounting compliance? How can I make sure my expenses are low? What is the best way for me to analyze profitability? Those are everyday questions that this software tool allows you to answer. And when we talk about solutions, the main solutions, you're able to research, you're able to list, you're able to provide comprehensive accounting, you're able to track and monitor your accounting, your inventory rather, and you're able to generate granular reports. Okay, so their analytics is just fantastic. And for the pricing is $40 a month. Okay, $40 a month. And the thing here is that you can use InventoryLab for Amazon inventory management. Okay, this is a comprehensive tool. You can use it for research. You can use it for product listing. Okay, and what we love is that InventoryLab actually offers 2 tools for this purpose. So you have the Stratify InventoryLab, and then you have the Scoutify tool. Okay, so Scoutify is the mobile version of InventoryLab. Okay, and so overall, this is a great tool. And one thing I want to say here is that when you think about InventoryLab, you are having a software tool that has a lot of features. They have a lot of modules. They have a lot of settings. And in terms of user friendliness, it's really good. And one thing you need to understand is that you can also use the software or the app based on your preference. So some people love the mobile version. Some people love the desktop version. It's totally up to you. Second software tool, I want to talk to you about AccelerList. Okay, and so when you think about AccelerList, I want you to think about an Amazon FBA listing and inventory management software system that actually works for, I mean, they are kind of limited geographically. So they only work for UK, USA, Canada, Amazon FBA accounts. So you're talking about 3 regions here: the United Kingdom, United States, and Canada. Okay, so if you are somewhere in China or you're somewhere in Central America or Latin America, you want to use this tool, you cannot. Okay, and it's important to understand that this software tool allows you to have to have a better idea of your pricing, a better idea of your performance, and a better idea of your stock monitoring processes. Let's talk about the features. So you can cross-list your entire Amazon inventory with this software tool. You can cross-list your MF and FBA products, and you have financials and accounting right where you need them. Okay, so this is important. And basically, AccelerList helps you helps you run and grow your Amazon business several ways. And what we love is that we love some of the features that they have. They have product listing, they have product repricing, they have accounting, they have label printing, they have product research. This is kind of cool, okay? They have employee support. So when we talk about product research, we are talking about this software tool allowing you to know the numbers before you buy. Think about that. So you can save yourself from a bad purchase decision and run your buy list through their product research tool. The bottom line is you know exactly what you're buying. You know if the products are good, okay? So overall, what are the benefits to AccelerList? This software tool makes adding products into an Amazon FBA shipment much quicker. You're able to see the profit and loss of an item without having to change tabs or manually enter any additional data anywhere. This is really good. You can use the data provided to price your item competitively against the market. And let's not forget that we need to have in mind the buy box on Amazon. You can look back and see what you paid for an item when you bought it and any additional notes you chose to add without having to add everything into a separate inventory management item, such as a spreadsheet. So everything is centralized, okay? And that's kind of cool because you are actually saving a lot of time. And that's what you want, okay? And in terms of pricing, I want you to see on the screen right now, here is the pricing that you can expect from AccelerList as of the date of this show. And sometimes the software comes with a 2-week free trial, okay? So this is something but they do change their pricing terms from time to time. So please just check the website. Let me talk to you about SellerBoard. And this is the third player. So when we talk about SellerBoard, what we love with SellerBoard is simplicity. It's user friendliness. It is flexibility, okay? And so you have you're able to manage users. You have access to users and rights management. And this software tool allows you to actually generate refunds for lost inventory or to ask for refunds. You can actually receive listing change alerts, inventory management. This is kind of cool. And this software also helps you with PPC optimization, monitoring of your fixed cost and other expenses, additional seller accounts, negative seller feedback. You have also restock and reorder alerts, and you can have a request a review automation and email follow-up campaigns. This is important if the reviews are kind of critical to your store, to your Amazon store. SellerBoard will help you automate the whole thing, okay? And in terms of drawbacks, they have more pricing options that are needed for smaller sellers, and you can manage user rights by account. But this feature is not available in all locations. Okay, so the thing is that as an Amazon seller, you know that keeping track of your profits and making decisions based on data is quintessential to your success, right? I mean, we have covered multiple shows on this topic, so it's important. One thing you need to understand is that sometimes it can be hard. Let's face it, it can be hard to get all the information you need in one place. So when we talk about centrality, you have it actually centralizing things, it's important. You need to have a central dashboard. And this is what the SellerBoard actually offers. A central dashboard that is user-friendly, that is intuitive, where you can actually pilot your whole Amazon operation from there. Okay, and what are we talking about here? What are the features that you actually will love? You have a live dashboard. You have the demo mode. They actually offer a 1-month free trial. Okay, you have mobile user-friendly dashboard. You can track FBA errors. This is really good. And what we love also is that you're able to have PPC optimization. Okay, this is really good. So in other words, you can have a digital follow-up email campaign, autoresponder. You have the software helps you become accessible vis-a-vis your buyers. Okay, and you have a wide market reach. You can track trends. You can track hidden costs with the power of AI. Okay, you can actually see your SellerBoard cash flow. You can have access to excellent customer service 24/7. And you also have in terms of pricing, you can see on the screen the SellerBoard pricing. So you have different tiers here, okay? So overall, this is a great software tool, and basically, how much you end up paying will depend upon your operation. Will depend upon your operation, the geographies you're covering with your Amazon FBA business, and so on and so forth. Let me talk to you about ScanLister, another great software tool here, and we are talking about a software tool that allows you, that is really great when it comes to listing. And when we talk about ScanLister, we are talking about simplicity. We love the simple dashboard. We love everything is it's very in terms of user friendliness, it's really good. So they have intelligent and innovative dashboards. Okay, in our view, this is one of the best Amazon listing software. You can list more than 100 items per hour on Amazon. Okay, and ScanLister has a vibrant community. That's really good. You can cancel at any time. You have easy to print labels. It's easy to use, and they also have a sponsored links manager. And on the drawback, on the flip side, what we didn't like was that they only give you 7 days free trial, and they have limited pricing plans. But the bottom line is, when you think about ScanLister, I want you to think about a full-service marketplace listing platform for Amazon FBA merchant fulfilled sellers. Okay, and so overall, the product actually provides a vast constellation of services. It is very easy to use, and it delivers real-time results. Okay, and so the good thing also is that you are able to have access to key features. You have a simple design without complications, fast mass listing options. Mass listing is really important because you don't want to waste time actually manually list item by item by item. You want to automate the whole thing. Okay, you have a detailed workflow. This is really good. You have multiple licenses that you can acquire. So you have access to 5 licenses for use on any PC or Mac. Okay, you have access to an active Facebook group. You can cancel if you want, and you have the purchase option for a lifetime. So this is really good. Okay, so we love this type of flexibility really, and this is important. And you can use actually the software for a lot of things. And what we love is that the software is properly designed. You have a list of preferences. You can start as a professional supplier. You have a detailed workflow of processes. You have access to excellent support. Okay. And one thing I want to say is that you can use custom SKUs with ScanLister, not a problem. And this is really good because you're able to actually bring your inventory management game to another level. Okay, and you can cancel your ScanLister subscription, not a problem at all. So I'm showing you right now on the screen the ScanLister pricing plans. Remember that as I told you, you can have a lifetime. You can buy the software for lifetime by only paying $4.99. So if this is really something you want to invest in, consider shelling out $500 for the lifetime software. I'll be right back, but after this, don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another section of the Awesome Story Keyword Show. I'm still doing a comparative analysis of 5 Amazon inventory management tools here, and I want to talk to you now about SellerLegend. So when we talk about SellerLegend, we're talking about a software tool that is constantly innovating, that has constantly been updated. We love that. We love the fact that it has outstanding product management features. You are able to see things. They have 21 free days risk-free. They have exceptional product performance reviews. You have a specific Amazon FBA or FBM inventory management. You have unparalleled flexibility and customization. This is really good. Okay, you have automatic monthly subscription adjustment, and what we love is that you're able to actually sync an unlimited number of Seller Central accounts. One thing we didn't like is that they don't have a live chat support as of the date of this show, and you have more pricing options that are necessary. Okay, so at the end of the day, when we talk about SellerLegend, we're talking about an Amazon analytics toolkit that gives you optimal performance in terms of the kind of profitability levels you want to see your Amazon business at. Okay, And let's talk about specific features. You have smart and innovative dashboards. You have user selectable dashboard widgets. You have you can actually download orders almost in real time. This is really good for inventory management, right? You have exceptional views of product performance, so you're able to track things on an item by item basis. You have excellent product management. You have inventory management and accurate forecast. This is really good. And the thing is that you can actually monitor and see what kind of progress you have in your stock, in your inventory, in your current inventory. Yeah, we love the fact that they have great customer management. You're able to visually see your whole Amazon FBA process. Okay, so this is really good. And what we want to talk about here, let's dig a little deeper in terms of the features. So you have dashboards from each main company. You have market widgets. You have product widgets. You have customers widgets. This is really good. You have inventory management. You have customer management. You have flexible costs for asset management. You have customer segmentation. You have customer tracking list. This is really good. And the important thing is you also have geolocation of the customer. In other words, you're able to geolocate your customer here. Think about the advantage in terms of intel. This is really good. You have automated processing of other operating expenses. This is really good, okay? And you have so on and so forth. So in terms of pricing, I want you to see on the screen right now, here is what pricing looks like as of the date of this show for SellerLegend. So before we actually talk to you about the best of those 5 tools, it's important to understand that when we talk about having a successful store on Amazon, you need to have a great inventory management system. No questions about it, okay? You may start little. You may start by manually tracking your inventory. But if you want to scale, if you want to start making serious money on Amazon, you need to invest in Amazon inventory management tools. This is important, okay? And the thing is, you do have time. You can study the market. You can see what really works for you, depending on your niche, depending on your geography, depending on the kind of products that you are selling. Okay, and why do you need an Amazon inventory management solution? For a lot of reasons. You want to track your inventory levels, deliveries, sales, and orders originating from your Amazon sales channels. Okay, because the bottom line is you want to reduce your carrying cost. You want to mitigate fees. You want to synchronize inventory across all of your listings. And this is important. And you can't do this manually. You cannot. It's just impossible. Okay, whether you run a normal FBA model or just an FBA model, you need to have a better idea of your Amazon product lifecycle management. And this is important. Okay, and if you run out of Amazon inventory frequently, this is really bad because you might have lost sales and competitive advantage. We understand how important it is to grab the buy box and keep it, okay? And really, you want to be very clear and be very cautious about not falling for the hot product trap. So if you're selling a popular or fast-selling product, it's easy to think that everyone wants it. When this happens, sellers can easily fall into the trap of thinking that demand will always be there, no matter what. And no matter what, even includes running out of stock. No, it's not okay to run out of stock. The customers will wait. No, because remember, this is a very competitive marketplace. Okay, so you want to be really on top of things here. And if you are running out of Amazon inventory often, you're gonna have no new product reviews. You're gonna have upset customers, angry customers. Okay, so it's really important to avoid an Amazon stockout by having the right Amazon inventory software tool. And it's important to understand that you want to have sales channel support. You want to optimize integrations. You want to be able to support multiple business processes. Okay, so what are the benefits of automated Amazon inventory management? You have automatic updating of inventory. You can track your products in the warehouse. You have more freedom to focus on your strategy. This is really important. You have integration. We talked about that before. Integration is really key. So now let's talk about the big decision time here. Decision. So InventoryLab, AccelerList, SellerBoard, ScanLister versus SellerLegend. So we have 5 players. Which one to choose? Boss, I want you to talk to me about that. Now, I'm going to give you a few tools, a few key success factors that will guide you in deciding the right tool for you. Think about your budget. I mean, everything starts with cost. Think about your resources, okay? And what kind of sales channels do you currently have? So your e-commerce store, your Amazon e-commerce stores, how many do you have? I mean, if you have 1, 2, 3, 10. So what kind of, so the question is, do you need to have a multi-channel strategy, an omni-channel strategy, or a solo channel strategy? Think about that. What is your business model in terms of how do you generate money? How do you generate profits? And how scalable is that business model? Because you're going to need an automated inventory management system tool if your goal is to actually scale like crazy. Okay, so what is your niche, or what are your niches? This is important because in certain niches, you might get away with a stock out once in a while, whereas there are niches where they will not actually forgive you for a stock out. In other words, you're going to lose customers just because of one stock out. Okay, so what are your resources? When we talk about resources, we are speaking about your internal resources in terms of money, in terms of your personnel, in terms of the logistics you currently have. So basically, your inventory management system is not just an isolated element. You will have to include that with your shipping and logistics operations. Okay, you have to think about your ERP, your enterprise resource planning, your CRM, your client client relationship management tools. Okay, and what kind of are you doing a drop shipping business model or not? So because this will have consequences on the kind of automated Amazon inventory management systems that you get, and what kind of integrations there are needed. Okay, and what is your current software inventory? You probably have multiple software tools right now, and what are those, and how do they integrate? Do they need to be integrated with this kind of software tool you are about to buy? So those are questions that you have to ask yourself to make sure you are making the right decision when it comes to either InventoryLab, AccelerList, SellerBoard, ScanLister, and SellerLegend. Folks, after analyzing, comparing, and contrasting those 5 elements, our choice is InventoryLab. We have actually scored InventoryLab 9.5 over 10, AccelerList 9 over 10, SellerBoard 9 over 10, ScanLister 8.5 over 10, and SellerLegend 8 over 10. Thank you so much for your attention, folks. I really appreciate it. I will see you next time, but until then, remember, stay marvelous.